At his home in Hampshire, one of the military's top cyclists, James Bevan, is preparing to line up against fellow road race rivals. Despite sizzling spring sunshine, the coronavirus pandemic means James will take on the competition from his living room. With sports events curtailed due to COVID-19, the cycling community have taken to technology to enable them to compete in a virtual world. Using the Zwift multiplayer platform, athletes can race against others based in their sitting rooms, bedrooms, garages and offices. Ordinarily as a team, the Army would have taken to the streets in the British National Championships. Under current circumstances, everything has come indoors, which James admits took some time to adjust to.
It was really strange at first. You go from getting on a start line surrounded by 120 riders, and all of a sudden you're in your living room. It's a very different experience, but the racing on Zwift is so hard and it's so competitive. It's actually to an extent harder than some of the races that you might have expected to do on the road. So you still get that race feeling. You still get that adrenaline rush on the start line as the counter counts down from 10 to 1. You're pumped and you're ready to go, and your heart rate's through the roof. You're sweating. You still get that buzz.
The Remy Sergeant has lost none of his competitive edge. He's emerged as the best rider in the UK, and in the ongoing Zwift rankings, he's 4th in the world.
There are a lot of professional riders across the world right now that are in the exact same position, and all of their races have been cancelled too. So sometimes you get on a start line and you'll find yourself lined up against a World Tour pro and think, oh, this is going to be a tough race. But I tell you what, some of those World Tour pros are finding it tough themselves, because these e-racers, these guys that have switched across to be full-time e-racing professionals, they're really good. I've taken a couple of wins at elite level now, and the level that you have to be there at the finish, the level that these races are at is so hard. So to even get to the finish line, let alone take a win, has been amazing, and it's such a good feeling.
In this virtual landscape, athletes ride their bikes on stationary trainers, navigating courses including London, Yorkshire and in Austria. Does it come close to the real thing?
On the Innsbruck World Championship circuit, which there's the hill, I think it's called the Knickerbocker, and the Knickerbocker is a replica. It's a replica of the hill in the real race, and it gives you a sense of what it would be like. And yeah, to an extent, you could argue that it feels quite real when you're in the middle of the race, but you do get reminded, I think, when you look outside and you look out the window, that it's not quite the real thing.
The system works with riders having power meters in their bikes. The generated data is converted into watts to gauge how hard a rider is pedalling. It determines where they are in the race, even calculating if riders are on their own or part of the peloton. It's not just the military's elite cyclists to have embraced the e-sport. James and teammate Stefan Gloyn organised the Army Road Race Series to feature on the same platform for cap badges to battle it out. There's even been an inter-services event. The Royal Engineer Staff Sergeant says it's helped soldiers keep on top of their fitness.
In the Army, it's been really beneficial, and we haven't been riding outside. Certainly within the team, we haven't been riding outside during the lockdown period at all. So it's given us opportunity to remain fit inside, and you can still do good 2-3 hour rides on Zwift in your garage or out in your garden. So it's a good opportunity to remain fit.
The last time we were here, it was the first race of the series.
The virtual racing series has given the cycling sapper the chance to try his hand at commentary.
So we'll go through the start list, we go through something called Zwift Power, where people's results throughout the week are put on, so they could have been racing in another series. So we'll go through all of that. And then we have to go through a route recce, so we go through the route and watch previous races to see how they've panned out. So it takes a good couple of hours of planning and prep to lead into the race. But it is difficult. Obviously, we're not commentators, so we're just squaddy. So we're trying to get our head around it. We think it's improving each week when we watch ourselves back.
With British Cycling extending its suspension of national level racing until September, the increasingly popular virtual world of competition is set to hold sway for some time to come. Julian Evans, Forces News, Hampshire.